talking about making money, being an entrepreneur here, but you cannot make money and be an entrepreneur if you're not disciplined. And you begin to see that what seemed like pain in my life through my headmistress in primary school, all the way back in primary school, I never knew that the Lord was preparing me for the entrepreneurial journey. So this is the reason why I'm going to my background. So when you get to school in my primary school, you get to school, the first thing you need to do is stay in line, the assembly line. First thing you do is open your mouth wide and you pull your skirt up. Very weird. Yes, I went to a very odd school. Why have you got your skirt up? So your headmistress can see your pants. Why does she want to see your pants? She wants to check if they're clean. Yes, yes. So I know what you're thinking. We're in the UK. Yes. Oh, child molestation. All that. No. It didn't cross her mind. We never got molested. She did it for our own good. Never in the UK, of course, is an abomination to teach your child. Of course, we can't do that here. So she will check your pants to make sure they're clean, and you breathe into her nose to make sure that your breath is clean. She loved us that much. Imagine smelling the breath of over 200 children every morning. Well, she loved her job that much. So she got into our personal space, and we got into her personal space. We would breathe. She's like, your mouth is smelling. Slap. And then she'll take us to the front of the assembly line. But that wasn't the worst. You thought the pants was the worst. No. If she wants to flog you, when I say flog, that means you got smacked with a cane. If she wanted to flog you, you had to take your clothes off. No, that's the discipline. So when I say discipline to make money, this is what I mean. Are you sure you want to still make money? Yes. Okay, cool. So she would take our clothes off and then tell us to lie down on the lovely table. Table like this, yes. I've still got my scar from when she used to smack me. And then she'll beat you with a cane. Straight to your flesh. Just your pants on and straight to your flesh and you'll bleed. And until she's finished, maybe 30 lashes, I don't know, whenever she was satisfied. And you're not allowed to move. If you move, then it's the end of your life, really. So that was my primary school, right? In primary 3, she told me, I think you're brilliant enough, you're going to secondary school from primary 3. You dare not say no, it's not an option. So at primary 3, I had to write my exams to get into secondary school, meaning that I got into secondary school and I was the youngest. So let's remember, at home, I was a little child with 20-year-olds and everybody was around me, was 20 years older than I was. I found myself in secondary school, the youngest again in the whole school. So literally, I've been working against the odds from a very young age. Got into secondary school and I graduated very early, all thanks to this lovely headmistress who I thought was very horrible. But guess what? She was actually very nice. So, going to secondary school, graduated around about 14, 15. Got excited and I said, okay, I'm coming to the UK to get into university. Got to the UK and I got told that a 15-year-old doesn't go to university in the UK. I'm like, no, in Nigeria I was the best, what do you mean? But no, you've got to go back to year 11. So I had to go back to year 11 over here to study all over again what I learned in Nigeria. Fast forward, I found myself 3 years later still doing my A-levels when I should be graduating in Nigeria, right? Got out of secondary school, going to uni, studied law. So once more going back to what the pastor said, you could end up studying what you actually never find yourself practicing on a daily basis. So I was studying law. While studying law, I thought to myself, hold on a minute. If I'm to remain within law, I am not going to be making as much money as if I did something else. So I thought to myself, at the age of 40, the kind of money I'd be making would certainly not measure up to if I studied IT. But just to please my grandparents, I graduated as a lawyer. They were happy, but I was not happy, right? And I found myself in a place where I went for some software testing training. I did some software testing training, got a job in IT, and I was earning around about 200 to 300 pounds, 400 pounds a day. I was feeling good with myself. But then I got into the IT sphere, and I still wasn't happy. I still felt like something was missing. I found myself in a very political environment where people were backstabbing and they were not really, I was not really happy with the fact that you had to lie to get yourself ahead in life. So it was kind of like you're walking as a Christian on a Sunday, but when you get back on Monday, you're lying and trying to backstab and just getting at people just because you wanted to get promoted and look good. to your supervisors. So in the end, around about 5 years ago, I quit that. And I said to God, you know what? You need to show me what I need to do. You need to show me what you want me doing on this earth. And this is going back to what he said, which is, you know what? May God reveal to you what your destiny is. And through that time of persisting and prayers, I made a lot of mistakes. I was working as a cleaner, working as so many, being a nanny. But funny thing is, I kept on getting fired. So I was saying to myself, what is wrong? I'm obviously not doing the right thing because everybody obviously doesn't want me working for them. So through that, I then had a dream about a network of Christians working together, just like Nehemiah, where everyone's working together to build. And then I set up something called Goa Talent Network, which is GOA Talent Network. And then I set that up, and that meant that a lot of Nigerians, if you think of LinkedIn, anybody know what LinkedIn is? So it's like a network for Christians, where if you're talented Christians, you register and we promote your talent online. So I ended up setting that up, but as you can imagine, it's a church organization, so I wasn't making money. Because nobody ever thought that they needed to pay for promotion. Because if you think about it, how can you be paying somebody to promote you as a Christian? God should be your promoter. I should not be praying you to promote me. I've heard it all. So we just literally, we just never kicked it off. So once more, I was following the dream that I saw God give me, but I wasn't making money from it. So in this time of waiting for Goa Talent Network to set off, I started working on many skills, which is video editing. And I'm just going to go through the list here. And through video editing, watching a lot of YouTube videos, I realized figure out if it works for you. So through this, my downtime in Goa Talent Network, doing something for God, whilst trying to see how can I make money. As you can see, I wasn't saying, okay, I'm doing this thing for God and I want to make money whilst charging people. There's a difference between you are being called to work for God and your focus becomes money rather than what God has sent you to do in that job. Do you see what I mean? Do in that job. Do you see what I mean? So I was working, promoting Christians worldwide to get jobs, but I wasn't getting paid for it. And I could have easily utilized that opportunity to start making money from them to say, oh, if you want me to promote you, pay me this, pay me that. But I didn't think that would work well with what God has sent me to do. So the first thing that I found was Fiverr.com. Fiverr.com. On Fiverr.com, you can find anyone to do anything for you. Yes, if you need somebody, did you need to say that again? Okay. You can find anyone to do. If you need somebody to write an article for you, maybe you're not a good writer and you have a business plan that you need to put together, pay somebody $5 and they'll do it for you. Yes? So Fiverr, Fiverr. I think it's double R. Double R, yeah, Fiverr.com. First one, .com. So if you need somebody designing a flyer for you, $5, anything, right? So this is not just about employing somebody. You can actually list yourself as somebody who can design. So if you're good with design, put yourself on Fiverr and somebody will hit you up and say, can you design a flyer for me? And you could be literally sitting at home making money. You don't need to leave your house. I don't like rush hour traffic. So I'm a fan of being in my house and making money. How many minutes left? Sorry. Thank you. Next one, UTest. So this is for the geeks. I'm more of a geek. UTest is for anybody who is trying to get into IT, but you are not sure if it's for you. I would suggest you register on UTest. It's just letter U, TEST. Use UTest. I think they might have changed their name now, but just type UTest. Still the same, yeah. So just type it on Google, and what you'd find is they employ you to test applications. I don't want to sound technical now. I'm trying to avoid going into my IT background. But they employ you to test new applications. So for example, the Facebook you have on your phone, any application you have on your phone, before it goes live that you can download it, some people around the world would have tested it to make sure it works. So I found it interesting because it was always a matter of 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning, I'll be up on my phone testing a new game or testing the Bible app, whatever. People release new apps every day. But they come at a very odd time because it's around the world. They don't have any respect for, oh, it's 4 a.m., let's not send you a job to do. They send it to you, but you have to be very quick in finding problems with that app. So for example, maybe you're trying to log in and you're not able to log in. Quickly put that in, you might get $50 for raising a problem with that app. So they'll tell you how much you will get paid for finding a problem with that app. But the thing is, first come, first serve. You find a problem first, you get $15, $50, sometimes $100. They pay you good money. But find the problem first. So that's UTest. The next one is Upwork. And by the way, all of this, you don't need papers. Am I allowed to say that? So when I have the fellow immigrants complain, oh, I don't have papers, I don't know how to make money. Whilst you wait on the Lord, let's help ourselves. You just need to register with an email address and you can still make this money. You need a bank account, but I'm sure you can find a good willing, somebody you can trust that UTest can pay or any of these websites can pay and you can get the money after. Upwork. Upwork is pretty similar. You go on there and you can hire professionals, kind of similar to what I mentioned earlier, Fiverr.com. You put yourself forward to say you can do articles or whatever, and there you go. You can make money or you can employ somebody. The next one is drop shipping. Anybody know what drop shipping is? Yeah. Yes. So my son's 10, and so this is for the parents. What we usually do is, at the age of 8, we got him a bank card. So one thing I've noticed is at universities or secondary school or whatever, we don't teach our children the value of money. So one thing you could definitely do is, it's not just enough to give a child £10 to say, go and buy this, go and buy that. You need to put them in a place where I've given you this £10 and I need you to multiply this £10 in 3 months. I don't know how you're gonna do it, figure it out. Or else no more pocket money. You need to be harsh, but yeah. So we got him a bank card. So there's an 8-year-old bank card called, where is it? Osper, OSPER. This is for parents. Or you can tell your parents, if you're a child or a youth, tell your parent that you want to get an Osper card. You just need to be an 8-year-old. It's literally a bank card. Literally it's a debit card. So it has a PIN number so your child can go to the cash point, get money out. Obviously you're not going to have £1 million on it. So if the cards get lost, you know it's only £10 on it or whatever. But it allows the child to begin to shop online and begin to see opportunities online versus, I just want to use the card to buy this new FIFA 28, FIFA 17, FIFA 19. I'm an NBA fan, so yeah, you know. So I have a problem with FIFA. As long as NBA, you're okay. So drop shipping. So what I normally have my son do is he goes to Amazon to search for products that are cheaper on eBay. So what he does is, there's no point in you going to buy to like a £1 store, you buy lots of goods for your child and then tell them to list it on eBay to sell. Because then you're going to get angry because you've got your cooler and your pots of jollof rice and your son is dragging the space with you. So we know our parents are very precious with the space in their houses. So what I got my son is, I'm very precious about my space. So he does drop shipping. He would put an item on eBay that he doesn't physically have. That is drop shipping. So he goes on Amazon, he sees a pair of trainers, like now it's Christmas, oh, you can make money. Where are the people that want to make money? Now it's Christmas, My Little Pony, you know all these fancy dolls, all those cartoons that annoy you in the background. You know those adverts that you see like, oh, it's now it's Christmas, you should buy this teddy, you should buy that doll. Look at those adverts and that's what you should be looking for on Amazon. Look for the price on Amazon. Maybe it's £23. Let's say it's £23 on Amazon. When you go on eBay, somebody might be selling it for 43. Somebody might be selling it for £43 on eBay. As you can see, they put £20 on top. They don't physically have, so when you go on eBay and you're looking at that, I've sold lace wigs. Girls, any girls here that want to sell lace wigs? Yeah. I've sold lace wigs on eBay. Yeah, I'll sell it for £43, but really and truly I'm getting it from Amazon for £12. That's what I've done. Right? So what then happens, and this applies to women as well, if you're a housewife or if you know you're not a housewife, sell lace wigs, I don't know, this makeup is the latest one, nail brush 52, I don't even know what the names are, or nails or whatever, or makeup brushes or whatever. Those things sell a lot from Amazon on eBay. So they put £20, so from Amazon you look at it, look at the price, you go on eBay, you list the item for £43 or whatever you want to sell it for, £10. As soon as somebody buys it from eBay, you go to Amazon and you post it to them directly. You can mark it as a gift, and that way it doesn't show that it's from your address or whatever, or from whoever's address is posting it. But if you mark it as a gift on Amazon, It goes directly to them, and all you're doing is sitting on your computer and you're making £10 for that transaction, or £20 or whatever much. There are some toys that I sell currently, £250, and some people buy it. I'm like, Jesus, £250. I wouldn't even buy a toy for £250, but I've added my own on top, and because they can't be bothered to shop around, they buy it, right? So anyway, that's dropshipping. eBay, Amazon. Import and expectation. I know these are for the women. From China, you don't need to go to China to sell shoe and bag. Yeah, and now I'm encouraging you to sell shoe and bag now, I know. Rather than buy the shoe and bags for yourself. How many minutes left? Great. Rather than buying the shoe and bags for yourself, you can actually sell it. So we have this import and exportation WhatsApp group. So there's a reason for WhatsApp group. It's not for gossip. There are people making money in WhatsApp groups, right? It's not for sharing, I'm sorry, my daily quotes. I hate those quotes, I'm sorry. Let's be more intentional with our time. Because we have seen so many quotes. How many are we using? We'll read the quote and say, it's true. And that's where it ends. So let's be real. Be intentional with your time. My husband has something on his phone. When you're talking to him, every 60 seconds the phone beeps, but he's the only one that hears it. Do you know why the phone is beeping? It's reminding him you're wasting time. It's just something. Anybody, it's just for any phone call, including me, I'm on a timer. Every time I call him, his phone is constantly beep, but I don't hear the beep. I'm talking away, but he's hearing a beep that reminds him of time. So be intentional with your time. WhatsApp messages, everything. So import and export group, what they do is, there's a Nigerian company in China. They're happy to send, you just need to go to a website, order your product. It's called 1688.com, 1688.com. And what you do is, you search for the products you want to buy. We're talking about 28p, 1688. It's just numbers. You don't need to, it's not letters. You find toys and dresses for lovely dresses for girls, shoes and bags for 28p, 50p from China, right? But by the time it arrives to Nigeria, you'll be selling for 3,000, 4,000. Conversion rates, and you can increase these things. People are selling these shoe and bags for like 25k, 50k in Nigeria. Even something that I buy from China for like, obviously you have to buy bulk like 50 handbags, increase the price and whatever. But by the time it gets to Nigeria, you sell each handbag. By the time you think about it, you're making 1 million per month in Naira, right? So 1688, that's import expectation. Very serious. People are literally becoming millionaires per month through 1688. By the way, that website is very annoying, but like they say, any wall of Jericho in your life, you have to bring it down. So if you're going to let a website stop you from making money, then you don't want to be an entrepreneur. Simple as. Freelancer, you can be a freelancer as well. For somebody who's a videographer like myself, or I don't know, graphic designer, you can be a freelancer and just register with Kodak. And if they got any local jobs, they'll hit you up. You go cover like a photo shoot or whatever. And these are things that you can put yourself. So just search freelancer on Google and you'll be able to register with different websites that will notify you of jobs in your area. I've covered that. Yes, meetup.com. One thing we don't do enough as Africans is network. And I mean network outside of our community. I remember once, myself and my husband registered our children in a Mandarin school, which was really, they joined a Chinese school to learn Chinese, right? Chinese and the China market are the way forward, going forward. So enough of the Kumon, enough of the maths and English class. Please, let's look at what is happening in this economy. America and UK has always been the thing that we've been told from very young that is the way forward. But China is, so please, if you're looking for any holiday destination, it's not Akure. Please, I know we have our love for our country, but let's take our children to China, to Japan, and all these places and learn. It's spinning high. Let's learn the way. Like they say, if you're in Rome, you act like the Romans, right? So you're learning all this information so you can improve our culture. There's no point in coming to UK and you go back and open a shop in Ikeja. Please, now, please. We didn't cross all these seas, travel all this mileage to open a shop in Ikeja and we're selling shoe and bag. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but we can do more. Wealth needs to be passed on from generation to generation, and just one shop is not gonna cut it, right? Okay, so join like-minded groups, meetup.com. I'm currently on meetup.com, and every day you get notification. If anything you want to do in life, engineer, accounting, there are groups in Manchester that meet up every Friday for drinks. I'm not saying don't drink alcohol. No, you can drink Coke whilst they're getting drunk. But point is, a lot of contracts are signed by meeting up. Yes, and this is what I'm saying. I'm not talking about Africans meeting up. Africans meet up, oh well and good. But a lot of these Chinese, like they say, Ojulorowa, face to face. People are signing contracts because people are meeting up. Not by phone or you see on your phone, you're thinking you're chatting somebody up. No. People meet up and a lot of things. Golf, for the adults, if you're a man, please register at a golf center. Just because. Because you'll be surprised what kind of contracts and what kind of people you can meet by playing golf. For the men. For the women, it's not about going to braid your hair on a Saturday morning. No. Go for coffee with that person on meetup.com. Yes? The next one is Shape R for adults or youth as well. Like for myself, I wanted to start up a social media agency, right? Meaning that I'll help people manage their social media accounts. Because there are quite a few people. So right now, Shape R, SHAPR. Yeah, SHAPR. Shape R is an app that you join as a professional or as somebody who wants to meet a professional. So I wanted to start up a social media agency that I'll just manage people's accounts for them. So like for the Mother Summit for Pastor Funke Atijumo, we currently manage her social media account in London. So what happens is we manage your YouTube, we manage your posts, we create posts for you and stuff. But I didn't know how to go about that, and I wanted to do it professionally. I didn't want to lose money again. So what I did is I joined Shape R and I got to message somebody who already has a social media agency. I messaged him to say, oh, hi, are you free for a coffee and blah, blah, blah. I got there, he shared information on how to start up a social media agency, but yeah, he liked me and I'm married, so that didn't work out. But yeah, that's the risk. That's the risk of a coffee. So to end so that for me, that was money making. So there's a lot you can do with that. I've got more information, but I'm very limited on time. On the other side, like I said, none of this would work without relationship with God. It would not work. Like I said, the money will come, the money would go. But to keep the fire burning with your relationship with God, there are a few channels on YouTube that I follow that would help keep the fire burning, especially as a young person. Maybe you're at uni or maybe you're just trying to figure out what you need to be doing. There's a lady, Crowned in Faith, on YouTube. I don't know if anybody knows. And that lady's on fire. I think she just left uni or she's in uni, but she holds a lot of university fellowships and it's always live on YouTube and stuff and you can watch it. And what you get to see is there's no point struggling in uni with all these things that we struggle with as youths, because she actually addresses them, masturbation, all that stuff. She talks about it. All the stuff that we don't talk about in church, she talks about it. So what I'm saying is all of these things, making money, being excellent in business, cannot come without a persistent relationship with God. So the YouTube channels that has helped shape my discipline and my relationship with God is there's a guy called Graham Cook, Graham. Surname is Cooke. Graham Cook is a good guy. He talks straight to the heart, and you're not going to leave that message feeling hyped like, yeah, Jesus is my best friend. You feel like you know what you can do better for Jesus. Next one is John Bevere. Definitely a good guy. Somebody you should follow on YouTube and just listen to him and buy his books as well. John, and then the surname is Bevere. Next one is Joseph Solomon. If you're a music person, you should know Joseph Solomon. I mentioned Crowned in Faith, and that's it from me. Crowned in Faith. That's what I said. Okay, and that's me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. God bless you, Sister Yeti. Amen. Have you been blessed? Yes. Free information on all those websites. I can see some people already putting in the web address. I'm bringing it out on Google. Yes. So like she said, rightly she said, you find the one that best suits your person and then you work on it. Amen. And if you have any challenge, feel free to contact me. My own way of making money, I'm the middle woman. You can't contact her directly, so you contact me. I get my commission, and then I will link you up. I'll link you up with Sister Yeti. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. So we're going to go straight to the question and answer now. How many of us have written down our question? We're supposed to spend like 1 hour on that, but I think because of time now, we'll just shorten it to like 20 minutes, 20 minutes, so that we can take a group photograph before Evangelist catches his train. Amen. So, question, can we have a question? Bro Kofo, can you arrange?
Shut up.